So, part 2 is that we were doing our phone appointment. I'm so sore. We're doing our phone appointment yesterday with our pediatrics psychiatrist, and he was doing a mental check-in with each of the kids and with us parents. And what we do is we bring them in and we let the doctor talk to them, and then we kind of bring up things that we've been talking about, or I will bring up things before the kids talk to the doctor. I did do that this time. I did let Dr. Sullivan know about my health and how far it has declined in the last month and how it is affecting the children and our household. And I also talked about some behaviors that I saw in each one of the kids and what we wanted to address about them. So the first 10 minutes was me talking to Dr. Sullivan. Then we did Hunter and then Arabella, and Brandon was sitting with me. And then we brought in Ammon. This is the one that shocked me. Ammon is my kid that hides. Ammon is my kid that has lots of emotions and lots of thoughts going around in his head. So I usually feel like I know what's going on in Ammon's head because he wears his heart on his sleeve. And this time I was shocked because when he came in, we said, "Hey, Ammon, how you doing? Dr. Sullivan's here to talk about anything you have any concerns about. So do you have anything that you've been thinking about lately that you wanted to talk to us about?" And immediately he's like, "Mom, are you gonna die?" I said, "No, I'm not gonna let that happen." But recently Ammon found my YouTube videos and it really scared him. These are my therapy. This is how I'm not losing myself. This is how I'm staying sane and healthy mentally through these videos. So I had to sit down and have a conversation with Ammon and be like, "Ammon, I'm not going to die, I don't think. But even if I do, you know everything's going to be okay, right?" And we had a long conversation. And we talked about the fact that, look, this may be the sickest I've ever been, but I have gotten through lupus relapses before. 4 other times, in fact. So I don't expect this to take me. I just think it's going to be hard while I get better, which is what I told Ammon. And I explained the hair cutting, that I was worried about my body focusing energy on saving my hair, and it was such a mess and it was falling out, and that this was actually a good thing, and this made me feel better and more positive, and it's gonna help me heal. And so Ammon said, "But are you gonna die?" I said, "Not today." And he's like, "What about tomorrow?" I said, "Nah, not tomorrow either." And he goes, "And the next day?" I said, "I'm not sure." And he's like, "Well, that scares me." I said, "Ammon, that scares me too, but you don't know when you're going to die either, and I don't know when I'm going to die, and Daddy doesn't know when he's going to die, and it's not about the dying, it's about the living. It's about what we're doing while we're alive that matters." So it's okay to talk about feelings of being scared and feelings of, is Mommy going to be okay? But know that we're fighting and we're doing everything we can to be okay. And that when we feel scared, we talk to each other and we pray and we talk to people that can help. And he said, "Okay." And in that little 11-year-old brain, that made sense to him. And then he said, we said, "Well, how's school going?" And we talked about, he's funny. He's the funniest little 11-year-old I've ever met. He should be a comedian. He's got perfect comedic timing now. He's just brilliant and funny, and he's making friends, and he's never talked about his friends before. He says they call him almond milk. That cracks me up so much. He says, "Yeah, now the whole class calls me almond milk." And Dr. Sullivan said, "Well, does that hurt your feelings?" He's like, "No, I think it's funny." And I said, "I think it's funny." My friends used to call me BK broiler and a half shell. I have no idea why. It just came out of their mouth one day and stuck. So we did that mental check-in with Ammon. Ammon had some questions about some other things too that we talked about, and then we brought in Mason. And Mason, that deserves a whole nother video.